Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we are going on an absolute safari through India's massive science-backed conservation efforts. We're looking at a country that holds just an astonishing amount of the world's biodiversity in a fraction of its landmass, and we're going to see exactly how they're protecting it. Global biodiversity impacts all of us by keeping our shared planet healthy, and the data and the stories behind these specific Indian efforts are truly fascinating.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll be covering 1. Securing India's big cats. 2. Saving the gentle giants. 3. Solving the vulture crisis. 4. Rivers, coasts, and valleys. 5. The human-wildlife divide. And finally, 6. Uniting for global conservation.
Section 1. Securing India's big cats, Project Tiger and Snow Leopards.
3,167. That number is a massive, massive victory. Back in 2022, during the 50-year celebration of Project Tiger, Prime Minister Narendra Modi declared this to be the minimum tiger population in India. Even more incredibly, the upper limit is estimated to be almost 4,000 tigers. That reflects a commendable annual growth rate of 6.1%. And since 1973, Project Tiger hasn't just protected these endangered animals, it's actively worked to harmonize conservation with the rights of local tribal communities living right nearby.
Now, what's really interesting is exactly where these majestic cats are thriving the most. Madhya Pradesh holds the crown with the largest tiger population at 785. They're closely followed by Karnataka and Uttarakhand. And this really shows that specific regional habitats, when properly managed and protected under the National Tiger Conservation Authority that was set up in 2006, can support incredibly robust populations. And if we zoom in even closer, out of the 58 tiger reserves currently operating in India, the Corbett Tiger Reserve leads the pack. With 260 individuals in that single reserve alone, it proves beyond a doubt that highly targeted, localized conservation works beautifully. And this brilliantly illustrates how India has systematically built its conservation framework over the decades. It wasn't just a one-off effort, right? From Project Tiger in 73, they quickly moved to crocodiles in 75, elephants in 92, and later on snow leopards in 2009. It's really a step-by-step expansion of biological protection across different eras. Speaking of 2009, let's shift our focus up to the high Himalayas. The snow leopard is this mystical, globally endangered apex predator, and recently the first rigorous scientific assessment of its kind, the SPI report, revealed a population of 718 snow leopards in India. Ladakh serves as the absolute primary stronghold, holding 477 of these elusive ghosts of the mountains. But hey, it's not just the national government doing all the heavy lifting. Down in the plains and scrub forests, Rajasthan has pioneered its very own Project Leopard. They are the first state to launch such a specific initiative, rolling it out across 8 wildlife sanctuaries to improve the prey base, control poaching, and mitigate human-leopard conflicts. Section 2. Saving the Gentle Giants, Project Elephant and Rhinos. So back in 1992, Project Elephant was launched to ensure the long-term survival of free-ranging elephant populations. But a major turning point actually happened in 2011 with the Hathi Meri Saathi campaign. The Ministry of Environment partnered with the Wildlife Trust of India to secure the future of India's national heritage animal. And what's super cool is they launched this at an E8 meeting, a specialized summit uniting 8 elephant range countries globally to coordinate their welfare prospects. And we really can't talk about gentle giants without mentioning the Indian Rhino Vision 2020. This was just an incredible collaborative effort where the Department of Environment and Assam partnered with the Bodo Autonomous Council, supported by WWF India and international foundations. Their united goal? To actively safeguard and expand the territory of the highly endangered one-horned rhino across Assam. Section 3. Solving the vulture crisis, the 97% decline. Okay, we need to shift gears for a second because India is historically home to 9 species of vultures. These birds act as nature's indispensable cleanup crew to prevent the spread of disease. But starting in the Kelo Dau National Park in Rajasthan, scientists noticed something terrifying. By 2005, there was a shocking 97% decline in the vulture population over just a 12-year period. 3 specific species, including the red-headed vulture, were suddenly pushed to the brink of extinction. Scientists urgently needed to solve this detective story. The culprit? It turned out to be microscopic. Let me walk you through this fatal chain of events. A common anti-inflammatory drug called diclofenac was being widely given to livestock to reduce pain. When those farm animals naturally died, vultures, doing their job as nature's cleanup crew, would eat the carcasses. But here's the catch. Vultures cannot break down diclofenac. The chemical caused rapid and fatal kidney failure in the birds. Once the mystery was solved, the government had to step in fast. They immediately established vulture breeding and conservation centers, starting in Haryana in 2001 and then expanding to Assam and West Bengal. It was a highly proactive, absolutely necessary solution to breed these critically endangered species in completely safe, drug-free environments, just to eventually bring them back from the absolute brink. Section 4. Rivers, Coasts, and Valleys. Turtles, crocs, dolphins, and hungal. Let's head to the coast. Every winter, a massive proportion of the world's olive Ridley turtles migrate to the eastern coast of India to nest. To protect them, the 1999 Sea Turtle Project was launched, and the technological interventions here are fantastic. They used satellite telemetry to track migratory routes out in the sea, and they actively sensitized fishermen in Odisha to use turtle exclusion devices, or TEDs, in their trawlers. This simple device allows trapped turtles to easily escape fishing nets, which drastically reduces mortality. The focus here spans incredibly diverse ecosystems. Down in the freshwaters of the Ganges, the river dolphin was officially granted top-tier protection as the national aquatic animal. Meanwhile, highly targeted projects pulled Odisha's gharials and saltwater crocodiles back from extinction in 1975. And way up in the lush valleys of Jammu and Kashmir, Project Hengal has successfully safeguarded the rare Kashmir stag for decades. Section 5. The Human-Wildlife Divide. Managing the Clash. Now, here's the reality. As animal populations recover, they inevitably wander into human habitats. The Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 provides a legal framework for exactly this. It impartially empowers chief wildlife wardens to permit the hunting or relocation of specifically identified problematic animals. It's a strictly regulated process, and it's designed to protect human livelihoods while managing recovering animal populations safely. But the strategy is mostly preventative, to keep animals from migrating out in the first place. The government funds water and food improvements deep within the forests. For the villages on the edge, they build solar-powered electric fences, they ready robust relocation teams, and they fund local eco-development. That means they directly address the economic grievances of local villagers to turn them into cooperative, empowered partners in wildlife management. Section 6. Uniting for Global Conservation, International Cooperation. So the crucial point is that domestic efforts alone just aren't enough to stop illegal wildlife trade. Preserving this global biodiversity requires international teamwork. In April 2016, India formally adopted the statute for SAWEN, the South Asia Wildlife Enforcement Network. This is an 8-nation intergovernmental body that includes countries like Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. Through communication, coordination, and capacity building, these 8 nations are locking arms to combat transboundary wildlife crime. We've seen tigers surging by 6.1% annually, we've seen snow leopards meticulously tracked in the high altitudes, and we've seen the vulture crisis tackled head-on with pure science. With these data-driven successes and robust global pacts now firmly in place, it leaves us with a really exciting question. Which critically endangered species can India save next? The blueprint for success is clearly there. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.